Welcome everyone to the Don Vic Show. I'm your host Don Vic. You already know what it is, what it could be, and what it should be. We in the building. So today we have a special guest coming on the show by the name of Charllotte Haug. She'll be on the show. She's an actress and producer, and we're gonna bring her on the show in a few seconds. But first, I want to thank Jennifer Dawn for this amazing award. Um, and just want to thank her and tell her how grateful I am for this award. And um, and I'm gonna honor it. I'm gonna put it here in the studio, and you know, and look at it every time I come in the studio, so it can remind me of the hard work that I put in every day of the week to you know to deserve an award like this. So thank you, uh, Jennifer Dawn. Uh, Big shout out to my co-host IG. Couldn't make it in the building. He had some things to do with his daughter, so he couldn't make it today. Actually, my son's in the building, but he stepped out. He had to go do something. But people, tune in March 26th. We have celebrity boxing March 26th at Atlantic City at 7 p.m. Make sure you there Saturday and Friday. They'll have the weigh-in on Friday, so you can come in and check out the weighing as well on Friday. Um, Also, I have some amazing people coming on for next week. Big shout out to Izzy. Big shout out to Africa. Big shout out to Nigeria. Some of my biggest followers. Just want to shut you guys out. Thank you so much for the support. You know what I mean? And so now, we're gonna bring in Charllotte Haug to the show. She's an actress and a producer. So people, welcome Charllotte Haug to the show. Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Vic.
How you
It's so
doing?
wonderful to connect with you. Thank you for having me on. And
Likewise.
hello, friends out there.
Yes, yes, yes. So we have my amazing, beautiful queen, Barbara Whitlow, on. We have my co-host is actually on IG. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Barbara from Enlightened Souls Paranormal. So,
Hello.
Charlotte,
Mhm,
we know you're an actress and you're also a producer.
mhm.
Um, what were you doing before you became an actor and a producer? What were you doing?
Well, actually, I've been a hairstylist for many years.
Okay.
And when I had a shop back in the early 80s, and you know, when I was working in my shop, I had continuous dreams, Vic, of it was so odd of working on film sets. And I couldn't understand why, because they became so apparent every day almost. And I was trying to literally build up my clientele more than anything. And as life would have it, uh, about a year later, after when I had my shop, um, I had the most extraordinary encounter of my life. A customer walked in, and a beautiful, beautiful elderly lady, and she said to me, she looked at me, and I thought she was on medication, Vic, because I said hello, and she said to me, "Do you know who you are?" And then she went right for me, trying to hug me, and kept calling me Joanne. And I said, yeah. And I said, so then I really thought, oh my goodness, this poor thing, must be on medication. Go very easy with her. And so she did come very close to me, and she said, "Oh, Joanne," she said, it's so wonderful to see you again, my dear. Little did I know." And then she shared with me. It literally gives me the chills. Talk about memories in your life. And she said to me, when she realized, that I wasn't Joanne, and you're not going to believe this, she was referring to Paul Newman's wife, Joanne Woodward,
Wow.
legendary Joanne Woodward.
Wow.
Now, I knew, of course, for years that I had a striking resemblance to Joanne, and always thought of it as a special blessing in my life. And you know, we became good friends, and she shared with me how back in the old early Hollywood days, Vic, that she worked with all of the old time Hollywood greats, Redford, um, Marlon Brando, Joanne, and prepared them for the film industry, and was their voice teacher actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the most magnificent encounter of my lifetime. And you're not going to believe this. And so, we were friends for a few months because unfortunately her poor husband passed away.
Wow.
And she came in one day and said to me, Charlotte, she said, I have some sad news and I have to read. And she had told me she was in her mid 80s then when we met. And she said, Charlotte, I have to relocate to Florida, hon, but I would really love to stay connected with you. And she said, but I want to leave you with this. She said, Charlotte, she said, you have made my life so special by meeting you because you brought back memories
Mm.
of I did back in my Hollywood days.
Wow.
I and she also said to me, now remember, I just told you that I was having reoccurring dreams of working on Hollywood sets, doing the actor's work, of
Right.
course. She said to me, these were her last words, but she said, I just want you to know, honey. She said, not only do you look like my Joanne, she said, you have her exact low rustic voice. She said, and you are going to be on the big screen someday in movies.
Wow. And you have.
This was in the early 80s. In the early 80s.
Right. And you
And
have been with some amazing people because
uh-huh.
you
Well, after that, I sadly, we talked a few times when she was still living in Florida,
Mhm.
and then sadly one day I received a call from her nurse that she had passed away,
Oh,
and yeah, that was so sad. And about 9 years later, I received a phone call. You're not going to believe this, that we were going to have a film made right here in my city of Beacon, New York. And of all films to be made, it was Paul Newman's last film.
goodness.
Right film, Vic, right in my backyard, which was such a wonderful film. I don't know if you got to see it. And of course, everybody and it was called Nobody's Fool. And I'm sure so many of your viewers have seen it. If you haven't, make sure you get to watch it, people, because it was his last movie that he ever made, and it was really a wonderful, uplifting movie, and he played a very different role. He had wonderful people in it: Bruce Willis, Melanie Griffin, our beloved Jessica Tandy,
Mhm.
um, and a few other great actors. But now, so of course, everyone around here was so excited, to
Right.
know that we were having Paul Newman come here. But
Wow.
which was out of this world for us. What can the first thing that came to my mind that not a soul knew about, of course, was my connection with my friend Claire Larson,
Mm,
my dear friend that I just shared our beautiful encounter and meeting with.
wow.
Can you imagine? So it kind of revealed to me then, about first my dreams that I was having that became so visible to me.
Right.
And then of course meeting such a wonderful legendary person like her. You know, I'm still researching this, but um, she mentioned to me that she worked at we're going way back now, from 30s to the 50s. Um, it was called the Philip Morris Acting School.
Hmm.
And then, of course, later on in years, the neighborhood playhouse came, into operation for the early Hollywood actors. Um, and so anyway, when so you can imagine how I was feeling,
Yeah.
um, to have that personal, wonderful connection with my dear friend that passed, who was completely connected. And what most of all, what she said to me, her final words, that you were going to be on the big screen someday.
Well.
So in between the 9 years after I met her, I had been working on films, doing a lot of extra work and background work.
Mm,
And uh, so it's been pretty amazing, what has transpired through my journey with my film career, if
right.
you would call it a career. I mean, everyone seeking out this work in the industry, they all have their own story, but um, I feel so honored and blessed because I had an extraordinary um, connection and thing that happened, as you can see.
Right.
And to this day, I'm truly only myself, but I still get complimented and just such wonderful comments, about the resemblance, because Joanne was so well loved, of course, with in the industry,
Right.
herself, and of course her loving husband Paul, that the
Right.
whole world adored.
And today's her birthday, so happy birthday.
Oh, oh, listen,
Today's her
I
birthday.
I know, I know. I'm so glad you mentioned that because what I can't thank you enough, and little did I know. It brings tears to my eyes, Vic, because what are the chances when you invited me to come on to your show today? I had no idea that it was Joanne's birthday until a couple of hours ago.
Wow.
And I can't I can't even comprehend. I think God just worked this out so beautiful for us today. And I want to say a very, very special happy birthday from me to Joanne Woodward, who I know doesn't even know,
Mm,
has been such a special gift to my life
mm,
from 9 years ago, or maybe I would say even before that, actually, you
right.
know, from
Right.
from when I was 18 years old almost. To this day, to this day. I mean, people don't have a clue sometimes what they have done for others.
Right. Well, you're right.
And that is my only deepest regret. Um, I came so close, and I wanted so much to meet her. Um, but it didn't happen, and I guess it was meant to be. But like I said, happy, 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 happy birthday, Joanne. You are so well loved in the world, and you did such magnificent film work, and uh, I love you.
Right. And
And she's 99, God bless her, 91 years young today.
wow, that's amazing. But
Hmm.
she did an amazing thing. You know, she opened doors for you, and
Boy.
opening doors for you, you got pictures with Linda Carter,
Hmm.
Dana Glover,
Hmm.
Parker Posey, Ron Lidman. You know, you got pictures with big movie stars. So how how did that happen? First of all, with Linda Carter, because Linda Carter, I love her to death. If Linda Carter, if you watching this, I love you to death, sister.
Oh,
She's
well, you
Wonder
know,
Wonder Woman. For those that don't know who Linda Carter is, she played Wonder
yes.
Woman. Okay.
Yes, she was our original Wonder Woman, of course.
Yes.
Oh, well, gee, now that I know that you've had a crush on her
Don't tell her that.
and
Don't tell
adore
her that.
her, well, what you're just saying to me now, I will make sure that I get you to meet her someday
Ooh, that'll be
and get
so beautiful.
her. Oh, yes, that's a promise, and get her on your show. Oh,
Thank you
yes.
so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, Linda, that's another wonderful thing that happened in our city. Linda Carter was in the one of the funniest movies ever called Super Troopers.
Okay, Super Troopers. Guys,
Yeah.
look that movie up. Super Troopers.
Yes. Oh, it was hilarious. Where I don't know if you got to see it yourself, Vic, but it was about the troopers having the conflict with the town police. Well, anyway, beautiful Linda Carter played the governor in
Wow.
the film,
That's
and I had already been assigned to the casting. Um, the casting office that used to
cast for that movie.
review that put out castings for not just this film, but many films that were filming, anywhere in the tri-state area.
Right. Mhm.
So of course, being right outside my door, I said, "Gee, I'll have to see who's doing the casting." And I connected with them, and they said, "Well, you're on our list, Charlotte. We'll keep you in mind." Now I said they'll never call me, well, oh yeah, you know how it goes. I
Yeah.
mean, oh, even though they shot the film right here in our surrounding areas, they had over 1,000 people, from New York City to New Jersey and all over that wanted to be in the film.
Right.
Um, so of course I gave them time. You don't want to pressure them. And I waited about a week, and I called them back, and they said, "No, I'm sorry. We're all filled. We're all filled up." So I said, "Oh boy, that's a tough one because you know it, what they don't know. They have no idea a lot of times where the locations are even at. You know, so I was a little upset, that I didn't get, called for that. So you know what? I said, three times is a charm. I don't know what made me do it, but even though they said, "I'm sorry, there's no more casting, there's no more openings," I said, "Okay." As life would have it, and I'm telling you, this is on my behalf anyway. This is truly God. I'm sitting here on my couch like I am right now, Vic, and I got a phone call, and they said, "Hello, is this Charlotte Haug? So and so. We wanted to let you know if you're just like this. I almost had a heart attack. If you're available, because you know how fast they talk when they're making their calls. If you're available, we would like you to be on set. Do you know where Wappinger?" And they couldn't even pronounce it. Right next to me. And I said, "Yes, yes, sure, I know where that." They said, "Do you know where Falls is?" And I said, "Yes, yes, I do know where it is." I said, "And listen." And so, of course, they told me, and it was like 3 days later that,
Right.
that they were talking about, and thank God I was so close, I was able to be there. Now, this 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 is the beauty of it on my behalf. You're not gonna believe this. You're gonna love this. I knew of course, that Linda Carter was gonna be in the film.
Mm.
So I said, you know and I'm thinking driving up there, boy, wouldn't it be the miracle of all miracles if the call that I got, she would be there on set that, you know,
Yeah, at the same time.
yeah, this day. I said, "No," I said, "that wouldn't happen." I said, "They're probably gonna shoot her scenes,
Yeah.
upstate or wherever,
Yeah.
wherever, but it wouldn't be happening for me." I get to the parking lot, the actors are all going crazy. "Guess who's here? Guess who's here? Are you a waitress? Are you in the film? Guess who's here? Linda Carter's here. Linda Carter. Wonder Woman's here. Wonder Woman here." I could barely close my car door, I was so excited.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that something? How
Yes.
and I have to reference God because, again, I'm telling you, I just told you that they already told me, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the calls have," there are no more openings, you know?
Right. So
And uh-huh.
so you spoke to her, you got a picture of her. How is she as an individual? Like,
She was so graceful and so beautiful. We got to chat for just a few minutes because she was on break,
right.
and that worked out beautiful too because they actually here we go again. Everybody else was sent to a different holding room, when you have to wait in
Mhm.
between your scenes.
Right.
And next thing, the director comes out and says to me, "Would you mind going to the other room? The other room is all filled up." I said, "No, sure, of course I wouldn't mind." There I'm sitting by myself, and who walks by me but beautiful, beautiful Linda Carter. I'm
She's
telling
amazing.
Vic, I'm telling you, we just a million and one chance being right there at the right time, you know?
Yeah.
And do I wanna say, the first thing everybody said to me, Charlotte, my god, you were standing right next to Linda, you were you starstruck?" I said, "Starstruck?" I said, "Nobody knew what I was thinking about driving up here." And I said, "I almost passed out when I was standing next to her."
Right.
But no, to be honest, she was just so graceful and just so enjoyable and beautiful. She's wonderful, wonderful. Um, and like I said, she was right in the middle of her scenes, so we couldn't say too much. But someone had mentioned to her about, here we go again, Joanne helping me, how how much I resemble Paul Newman's wife. And next thing I know, I'm being called out to get a picture with her. And, and it was in the newspaper. So
That's so.
I can't tell, again, another beautiful, memorable encounter with somebody very famous
Right. And not just
and
her.
loved in the industry
Right.
as Linda Carter.
Right. Linda Carter is amazing. But you also had a picture with Danny Glover that,
Oh,
that played in
Danny.
Die Hard
Oh, Danny
with
Glover.
Bruce
You'll
Willis.
have to forgive me. I forgot what year. But yes, I was called. See, all this time I was, pursuing. I was trying to get some film work, and it was very hard because I'm not in the location, of course, where you're right in the city or in LA or Atlanta, where the film hub is thriving every day. Film work is thriving every day. Um, oh, that was funny. The same, I believe it was the same casting office that casted for Super Troopers. Again, I'm minding my own business, and I remember I submitted to,
This is
yeah.
funny. This is funny. Go ahead.
Oh, I remember I said it can't hurt to try because that's the way I am. I said well, I'm gonna submit for Royal Tenenbaums. I said, are you crazy, Charlotte? If they're shooting that in New York City, you don't have a prayer. Are you kidding me? Everybody here we go again from New Jersey, you know,
Yeah.
to
Long Island.
wherever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, Long Island, Staten Island, whatever
Mhm.
island. Right? So
Woo-wee.
anyway, again, I'm home, and I received a call shortly after I submitted, and they and again, like I'm around the block, like they think I'm around the block. I love it when they call. Is this Miss Haug, Charlotte? Yes, we're shooting Royal Tenenbaums. Be there at such and such a block in Harlem. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Mm.
Or they could say 6 o'clock. Oh, anyway, I was so thrilled to get the call. I go, and I was just again a background actor, and my day that I was there it just happened to be Danny Glover was there.
Mm.
And we're all getting, of course I knew who he was, and I knew the other great actors that were involved with this film too. We had Ben Stiller,
Mm.
the who else? Angelica Houston, uh,
Mm.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Gwyneth, Paltrow, and I think the Owen brothers. Is it Owen brothers? But anyway, so again, I'm standing in a special spot, and literally all the actors were on set,
Mm.
and I don't know. I walked out to the lobby, and I walked right into Danny Glover.
How did that go?
I said, Vic, I'm thinking to myself, you can't make this up. I'm standing, not knowing what they're going to make me do, in a 40-pound evening gown that I could hardly stand in. That they
Yeah.
that they had me wear. I was so thrilled about that. But boy, some of those dresses are really heavy. To wonder I didn't fall over when I had to stand up in that gown.
That's
Well, anyway,
funny.
yeah, no, it's true. And anyway, the women understand that though. It's funny. Um, and so anyway, I'm right there, face to face with Danny. And of all things, and he's all dressed up in his tuxedo, and as you see in the picture that I sent you,
Yeah.
and me being a hairstylist, I have such a trained eye. I said, "Hello, Danny." I said, "Gee," I said, "you look wonderful." I said, I said, "You look just like Don King, the boxer." All of a sudden, he looked at me. I thought he was gonna kill me. His face, his expression, it changed to such I'm telling you,
He
I'm
went
telling
into
you,
character. He went into character
it went from smile to,
to a
who
character.
the heck are you? And instead of saying thank you, he didn't like that comment. He said, I don't like it. And I said, oh,
Poor
okay.
Danny.
Meaning the hair. And I
Right.
said, and even though I knew he was furious after I said it, I said, I think you look fabulous. And then it gave me another look like he was going to throw me out of there. And it's so funny when he probably didn't like it because when you look at his photos again, He must have said something to his hairstylist on the film set, because they sure knocked down the high style, the high hair that he had.
Yeah, the high top.
Yeah, and it was probably because I told him that he looked like Don King. Isn't that funny?
That's hilarious.
No, but I meant it as a compliment to
I
him.
know.
You know, I
Woo-wee.
thought I thought it was wonderful work that the hairstylist did in it, and I knew darn well that the film was a comedy. You know,
Right.
so
That's funny.
yeah. So I thought you might enjoy that story, that little occurrence, and the picture. Can you see the picture? It might be a little bit blurry. We
Yeah,
you know.
I seen it. I seen
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yes. So you also were in a movie that Jennifer Anderson produced, correct?
Oh, Jennifer Dawn?
No,
Jennifer or
Jennifer Anderson.
oh, Jennifer Anderson Bounds. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bounds and Betty Davis
Yes.
in 2000.
Yes.
That was in 2015.
Oh, oh, listen. Listen. Jennifer, as you know, I guess you know her a little bit.
Yeah, I know Jennifer Anderson.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
who she is.
Jennifer, I didn't mention this to you because I really, rarely like to say it, but I'm actually a cancer survivor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, we won't go through that horrible ordeal, but I just want to say that another reason I feel so blessed for all that I've been able to do is that I had a very, very hard time with my treatments, and I'm so grateful that God pulled me through.
Amen.
Anyway, yeah. So and that I'm here today. But anyway, on a happy note, um, I had just been recovering from my horrible ordeal, and and uh, and a friend of Jennifer, I connected with Jennifer through a wonderful, wonderful mutual filmmaker friend of ours that sadly today has passed away.
Oh,
Yeah, and let me tell you about him though first.
okay.
His name was Pete DiLorenzo. Pete was one in a million. Pete was Jennifer's friend, but Pete was a filmmaker, an actor, a comedian, and he was actually in the process of making a film dedicated to our legendary Joe. You're going to love this. Radio host Joe Franklin.
Mm.
Yes. The film was dedicated, it was called The Mentor. And Pete wanted to make a film because Joe had been his mentor
Wow.
at the beginning of his career.
Okay.
Yeah, and through, but like I said, sadly he passed away a few years ago. But anyway, when I became friends with Pete, he asked me to. Here we go again. He asked me to be in his film.
Wow.
And yeah, this one that I'm speaking of, dedicated to Joe Franklin, and I met him over in New Jersey. He was from New Jersey, and I was so grateful. And through Pete, I met Jennifer.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I didn't meet Jennifer then, but after Pete passed away, I connected with Jennifer.
Mm.
Through almost accident,
Wow.
through Pete. Um, and Jennifer was so wonderful from the beginning. She's just a magnificent filmmaker and an accomplished author on her own behalf, and she's something else, Jennifer, as you probably already know. you know.
Yeah.
But without knowing her too long, she was sharing with me that she was in the process of making a film, and she asked me, she invited me, and literally asked me to be in her film, and how wonderful is that, to to have that opportunity. Um, so that's how I met her, Jennifer, and look where we are today. You know,
Yeah.
um, I was very blessed to be in her film. Flowers in the snow don't ever tell,
Mm.
and you know. I think it. I think you know also how wonderful that was, because before anyone else, I have to give her so much credit. That was dedicated to anyone and everyone that has been bullied in their lives. You know, so people, make sure you get to view that film, because it was, really a wonderful film, and sent a strong message about bullying, which sadly occurs, even today. Whether they're children or even older adults.
Right. Right. You also
But
besides.
her work, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Jennifer, her work is outstanding, and when you get to know her, another wonderful person that, if she likes you, can't do enough for her actors. I want to share
Mm,
with your viewers.
awesome. Can't wait to
Mhm.
meet Jennifer.
Uh-huh. And did you mention that you will be working with her in the future?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Okay.
talking with Jennifer Dawn, right?
Yes.
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 Yes. Well, that's in process. We
Yes, that's wonderful. I know you're going to do wonderful, and and have a lot of fun with her.
yes, yes. But besides you being an actress, you're also into producing with another great friend of ours and Jennifer's, Linda Lee.
Oh, Linda Lee, I can't say enough about. Linda Lee is so special to me too. That is my current. This is what I'm doing currently.
Okay.
We also connected through a mutual friend in the industry. Uh, Little did I know, and on her behalf, she was trying to reach out to me many, many times, and I don't know why, but for some reason I kept avoiding her. And little did I know that she was looking for a very, very special type actress to be in her film. And her film, as you know, is so special, which is, what we're currently working on now, and almost finished with that. Um, this is her film, which is called Soldier's Secret, it's based on a true story,
Mm,
dedicated to her son
wow.
that was injured in Iraq and is still in the hospital to
Oh,
this day.
I'm sorry.
Now, but getting back to my connection with Linda, we finally connected, and instantly we realized how much we had in common, and we're working towards our passion with film, and with film, and she had been working on her books. She's a very accomplished author, as you will see when you meet her.
Right.
um, and I'm so grateful, because in a very short time she asked me, we became friends, and she asked me if I would like to become her film partner. Um, so I did, and I am, to this
Yeah.
day, now currently.
Right.
And we have done we have done quite a few films in a very short time.
That's awesome.
Um, I know. I can't believe it. And we're not out in Hollywood or in Atlanta where we have, you know, a
Right.
big equipment and big
Yeah,
Hollywood studios. But I think you're going to love our film that's coming out, dedicated to her son.
that's
And we also have, Vic, we also have a couple of TV series that are actually,
hey.
yes, are actually in progress now, but things are on hold for a while because of COVID, of course, you know. But so we have some wonderful things coming up in the future on on that behalf.
Yeah.
Um, so and I know in the future when you meet and talk to Linda, uh, you're gonna love we have some wonderful musicians that are attached to our film and
Oh, okay.
that you're gonna love. Yes, yes. So I know you haven't met them yet. And so it's gonna be wonderful. I know you're really gonna enjoy our crew and our we have wonderful cast members that we selected and are giving them a chance. And let me tell you, for not doing hardly any film work or little film work, they have done an outstanding job with every project that we have done.
Wow, that's great. Well, you know, if
And
you
that's very rare, as you know, being in the business.
right. Well, you know, if you need a Latin lover, yeah,
Yes.
holla
No,
at
no,
me.
no, no. Listen, I can tell by talking to you right now. And again, I have a trained eye and I have such a great, I'm not bragging, but I have a great perception of meeting people.
Right.
And I could tell you, you, my dear, you will have no trouble. We will give you acting roles. I will give you acting roles in our
Okay.
and I know already that you can play any part, and you also have a great range that a lot of actors can't really deliver. So you're already there, honey. You could play a police officer. You could
Please.
play you could play anything,
I can play anything.
anything we're looking for. I could tell. I could
I
tell.
play it. You know, it's funny you say that because I get that from like my sister. She's like, you need to, do more filming. You know, she seen my last movie I did. I played a gangster in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's called Don't Hate the Gangster, and then I played um,
Sure.
a CIA agent for
Mhm.
June DeGarcio. He's the director from Baltimore. I played a CIA agent
Oh,
for Kathy Muhammad. She played the governor, and I played her agent. And
that's one. See, you're already there. You're already there. You know what to do.
you're right,
Um, yes, and I'm gonna connect you with my wonderful friend Tony Taylor, and
right.
he's in the process of making some good future films, and who knows, maybe we can get him right up to your area to shoot right there in Boston for you. So,
Hey, I love. And
yeah.
you know, he called me earlier.
Oh, did he? Did
Yes,
he?
he called
Today?
me earlier. Right, right
Oh,
when right when you popped up to my screen, he called me. He said, "Yeah, you know, Charlotte asked me to call you." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm actually with her right now." He goes, "Great." So he's gonna call me tomorrow. We're gonna talk. For
oh, that's wonderful.
yeah. So
And
thank you very much for having him reach
oh,
out to me. I appreciate that a lot.
yeah, I think you two will will really enjoy each other and bond instantly. Um, and on his and I think I shared with you he just published and is putting and is promoting his wonderful new book. that
Mm-hmm.
just came out, and it received 5 stars already.
What?
Yes, and
Holy
it's
crap!
so
Congratulations to
oh,
the
yeah. Oh,
folks
I
there.
can't wait till you 2 meet each other
Well, I'm
because,
gonna have to bring them on the show.
yes, yes, absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yes.
Definitely, definitely. You
Mhm.
know, it's funny you said musicians that you guys have on on your side. My
Uh-huh.
friend here, Mark Lee, is also a musician. He has a band, and
Oh,
he's also part of the project that I'm working with Jennifer. He's the lead investigator of the paranormal team that he runs.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
he's a great guy. He's a little crazy when it comes to the music and the band. You know, he throw on his bandana, his leather jacket, cut up sleeve, and he's a
Yeah,
totally different guy. I just don't
yeah.
understand who he is.
Uh-huh. You'll find out. You'll
Yeah, but
find
he's
out.
great.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's
great.
great. He's great. He just did a show not too long ago. I think it was like last night. He did a show,
Mhm,
and my friend Barbara,
mhm.
she went live, and he was screaming out of his lungs. You
Oh,
know,
boy, they're gonna all scare you.
yeah, you know he loves to sing. I just didn't understand what he was saying,
Yeah,
but I knew he was singing something.
yeah, yeah.
Mark, I
Oh,
love you to death, Mark, but I just didn't understand what you were saying.
oh, boy.
Oh boy, oh
That's go
boy.
that's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
still might not understand what he's saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
because the guitar's loud, the
yeah,
drums are loud, and he's
sure.
trying to sing over the guitar, the drums, and everything.
Oh,
So, you
oh,
know,
you'll get it set up. You'll get it set up.
yeah, but he's amazing. He's
Oh,
he's a great guy, and he's part of this project that we're putting together with Jennifer, along with Steve
oh.
Alexander. You know Steve Alexander too, correct?
His name sounds so familiar, and I think I met him through Jen before.
Yeah,
You know, yeah. And getting back to Tony, Tony is also a accomplished keyboard player,
Izzy.
and yes, and he was also in many episodes of Law and Order.
What?
Yes,
Holy
yes.
crap!
And currently through me, he's waiting to be called for a wonderful, wonderful TV series called The Chosen, as I
Wow.
know. Yes, and this is his dream. He's really literally praying to get called for that. But you know, as powerful and as wonderful as The Chosen is, also, it's on TBN, the Christian station, the series dedicated to Christ's life, of course. I told him, If you don't get called, Tony, just like my disappointments, don't worry, don't worry.
Right.
God has something special planned."
Always.
And look, and I'm telling you, he never thought he could write a book, and now he's filming already. He worked so many years to work, to get film work like myself,
Right.
and now he's got a wonderful book that he just put out that's on Amazon.
5 star.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited about it. I just forgot the title, for crying out loud. I'm sorry.
It
Um,
happened.
what is it? Living, oh, Tony, I'm sorry. Living, thriving. Oh, we'll have to check it out. But
Right.
anyway, yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I just had to share that with on behalf of Tony. So I know you're really going to enjoy him. And
Yeah. He sounded fun on the phone. We started laughing for no
uh-huh.
reason. We both started laughing for no reason. So I already know that we're
Yeah.
gonna have a
Oh,
great time.
oh, that's why I know you two are just gonna can love each
Yeah.
other, because he's
Right.
as crazy as you, and 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 loves to laugh. Always
Right.
laughing. Always laugh. He's got the most beautiful, loving spirit, as you will see when you get to know him. You
Right.
know,
Yes.
and can't and let me tell you, when he likes you, whether he likes you or whether he doesn't like you, he's another one that can't do enough for you to help you any way he can, you
Wow, that's
know?
amazing. That's amazing.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
but even if he's trying to get to the series and he don't get it, like you said,
Hmm.
when one door closes, plenty of more open.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
God never makes mistakes, right?
No, isn't that the truth?
God don't make mistakes. He makes you go through certain things for you to learn from.
Hmm.
To
Hmm.
learn from from those mistakes or doors that close. With one close, he got four more that's gonna open. So I don't look at anything, any failure in my life as me um
Not getting anywhere.
not getting anywhere. I look at it
Right.
as like that's something that God made me go through
Yes.
so I can learn from
Yes.
it or teach someone else about it or just be more patient and wait for my turn.
Absolutely. And listen, I'm not, if I ever write a book, it's going to have to be titled Setbacks because
Right.
I had so many setbacks. I can't tell you.
Right.
But I want people to know, just like you said, any, listen, whether you're a musician, an artist, whatever you're doing right now in your life, friends, if you get rejected or disappointed or told that, I'm sorry, we don't want you or it's not going to happen, just know that God's got something better for you.
That's right. That's so.
I
See,
mean, that's the way I believe, you
yeah,
know?
and it's true because I'm gonna give you a good example. If you're an actress, right? If you're an
Mhm.
actress and you
Mhm.
go to a set
Mhm.
and those people don't, you go there and you feel the bad energy, you feel like you don't belong there, but you're still there because you was uh, told to come there, and you don't get the part, you know, it's because
Mhm.
that's not where you belong. That's not the group that God got for you. And then you go to another set or another call and you get there and you got the love, everybody showing you love, you got your part and everything goes well and you feeling the vibe. That's where you're supposed to be. That,
Yes, and
that's
not only that, Vic, you said it so perfect. Not only that, but then you get to the next set, and then you experience the impossible of the impossible, right?
that's right. Amen.
Yeah, I
So
mean, just like you're saying, and I'm gonna connect. That's why I kind of had to uh bother you about Tony because I know that right now where he's at right now, just promoting his book and making his films, I feel in my heart that this is the perfect time for you two to meet each other because of what you're experiencing on your behalf. And
thank you.
and can I share something with you?
Of course you can.
It came to me before when we were talking before our interview. I actually see you in the very near future having a very big TV show,
Mm.
almost like Oprah.
Oh
You, my dear,
man, thank you,
you.
man.
Yes,
May God hear your voice.
yes. Is
Yeah.
that something that you would love to have happen?
Yes, that'll be like a dream
Your
come
your
true to me.
ultimate your ultimate goal?
That'll be my ultimate goal. One of my goals, that's one of my goals. And my other goal is to, eventually, like we spoke, I want my show to go worldwide. I want everybody to know who the Don Vic Show and co-host IG is. And
Uh-huh.
and then the
Uh-huh.
next step after that would be to have my own show like Oprah, like Alan Winfrey, like Alan DeGeneres and Arsenio Hall, shows like that. That's where I want to bring my show to that level.
And you will. And let me tell you, your preparation is already there because look, you told me that you're worldwide right now. And I think people love more than anything, your show will be sensational because you're going to bring back exactly what you have right now, the simplicity and making your guests feel so comfortable. That's everything right there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's important, Charlotte.
Mhm.
I love my guests to feel comfortable
I,
because you know
I
eh,
see that.
you need that for your guests to be able to open and tell you. Sometimes they tell you things, they tell you extra things,
Right.
because
Right.
they feel that comfortable that they can talk to me like that, because they'll be like, you know what, this guy
Mhm.
looks like he don't judge anybody. He looks like
Mhm.
he's straight forward, like he been through his own wars. I feel like I can say this. and
Yes.
and a lot of
Yes.
people do. And I get calls after the shows like, thank you so much, it was so great, I felt so
Mhm.
comfortable, you made me feel like I was home, like I knew you for years. And that's what the show is all about. It's not
Yes.
about just having you come on the show. I interview you, and you have to feel, um, like you were earlier before the show. You was like, "Oh, I don't know," because you was nervous. You didn't know what I was going to ask you. You didn't know if you was going to be prepared for what I was going to ask you. And I said, "Listen, just be yourself. Be yourself.
Mhm.
And the questions that I'm going to ask you are based on what you do. You know,
Yes.
I'm not going to ask you, So,
And
Charlotte,
I see that. I see that, by the way. And speaking of that, how am I doing so far?
you're doing amazing. You did great.
Oh,
You
thank
know,
you. Thank
look,
you.
the show is an hour long, and you did the whole hour. Didn't even know it.
Wow.
You see what I'm
Oh,
saying? And sometimes the show go past the hour because yeah, people feel so comfortable. They just keep talking, and I just keep listening. But
oh, I love it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
so,
I
so
mean, you know.
you, yeah. So Linda,
Oh,
Linda
uh-huh.
Lee, and yourself have this production team going. You're shooting movies right at this present time. What are you
Uh-huh.
guys doing at this present time as far as filming?
Oh, well, like I said, right now we're in the editing process
Okay.
with our current film,
Mm-hmm.
Soldier's Secret. That
Soldier
is
Secret. That's what
hope,
her. Right.
yeah, hopefully is supposed to be released in May, or sometime in the near future, as soon as we can get everything resolved. Um, and it will go out to nationwide theaters. So
Oh my God. So
oh, yes, yes, we're thrilled
that's what I was
about that.
that's what I was going to ask you next. It was this going to be like a Netflix type of movie, prime time, or was it going to go through a theater type film where it's going to go all through the
Yeah,
world?
we're no, we know that it will be seen in the theaters, and probably in most of your major cities, at least,
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, well, it's funny. We again, how God times things so perfect. Now the thing, now I just told you that it's really dedicated to the soldiers that are suffering with PTSD,
Right.
and look what's going on right now in Ukraine.
Oh, forget
And
about
and
it.
and talk about the suffering, that all those that are gonna be suffering with PTSD. I can't think of a better timing for our film, you know?
Right. This is the
Um,
perfect time. See, we just talk about God.
mhm,
God don't make
mhm.
mistakes. You
No,
know, God
yeah,
places everything where it's supposed to be placed. And
mhm.
this movie that you girls are doing is coming out at the perfect time.
It
You know,
sure is. It
so
really is.
and I hope you guys do very well with the returns. On that movie. Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's I sure hope so, and I feel that we will. And it's so funny. I said to Linda, we did the best we could, and we have the best we could ever have. I said, either they're going to love it or hate it. Well, what more can we say?
That's right.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, of course, we're hoping for the best, and
Right.
most of all, we want to help her son. The poor soul is still in the hospital to this
Oh,
day. To
wow.
this day.
That's sad.
Yes, and with the success of our film, you know, we're hoping, she's hoping that she can get him home where he belongs,
Oh,
and
she will. She will.
yes, he will.
It's gonna be a
Yes,
success. It's gonna
yes,
be. I feel it in
yes.
my heart. It's gonna be a
Oh,
success because
yes, I feel
because
that too.
you
Yes,
know it's. I don't know what she wrote, but I'm pretty sure the story is deep
yes.
and
Well,
it's based on a
oh,
true story.
speaking of, we're in the process of redoing the trailer, but if your viewers would love to see our trailer, they can go to Soldier Secret Trailer 2.
Secret Soldier Secret. What?
Trailer 2.
Trailer two. Trailer two. Okay. Soldier Secret Trailer two. Okay, that's awesome.
Yes, I like you said, I know it's going to be a huge success.
It's gonna be.
Uh,
I know it. I feel it.
yeah.
Your niece said, "Hi, Char. We love you."
Oh, hi, Lane. Wait a minute. Let me just speak
Can you
on.
see her? Can you see the comments? Because I know you wear glasses like
Oh,
me. I know you wear
oh,
glasses like me.
Lania, I love you so much. Now, I just want to say something to my wonderful, loving niece,
Okay.
Lania. When I, when I, oh, when I was pursuing my auditions to go to films, the story of my life. At the worst times, I always have car problems. At the worst times. At the worst time, I couldn't even get a taxi.
Wow.
So, so I get a call one day for my first. I forgot to mention that. My first film was actually Niagara, Niagara, that I got to work on. Um, and Henry Thomas was in that. Remember Henry Thomas? He was a little boy. Of course, he's much older now. That was in uh oh boy, I just lost it again. E.T. E.T.
ET. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
with Drew Barrymore. But anyway, I want to thank Lelania to this day because she drove me to this. It wasn't even an audition. They told me just to be there, you know?
Wow.
Yes. And
ET. Huh?
a little act of kindness because of my niece helping me get there that day. Now, I want to thank her and I owe her so much because from that day to now, just doing that little favor, look where I am now.
Oh. Amen. Amen.
I mean,
It's the little things that
because
count.
after I was in Niagara, Niagara, then I started with Personal Velocity and the other films that I shared with you.
Wow.
You know,
And
Lynn,
it's a little.
Lynn is very special. Also, she works with the precious children that are hearing impaired and are handicapped and suffer with autism.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very, very
Yeah,
special,
we thank you for that,
Lily.
Alina.
Uh-huh. And her husband is a wonderful retired police officer
Okay.
and has two,
Officer.
oh, and has two beautiful, beautiful, precious daughters that you would love. And their other child, my favorite of all, their Labradoodle, Bailey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. So because of that little ride she gave you to that set, doors
Yes.
open immediately. She has no idea what she did for you.
No.
And this is when we be grateful,
Absolutely, and I never forgot it. Every
Mhm.
time, she may just say it was just a ride, but
Right.
people don't realize one small act of kindness,
Yes.
how far in life
It could
it
take
can
someone.
go. Yes.
Mhm. So true.
Mhm.
So true. I do. This is why I do my show, Charlotte, because I
Mhm.
I connect people like you trying to connect me to Mr. Taylor,
Uh-huh.
and and you never know how far, you know, you could go. And
Oh, I
I've I've
know.
I've connected some people that have called me and said, "Wow, because of you, well, because of me coming on your show, I've gotten calls. Because of you connecting me with someone,
Oh.
I've got this role or I got this going." And that to me
Uh-huh.
means everything, because it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about my show. It's about the people.
Right, exactly.
I'm about the people. I'm about humanity. I'm about my people moving up. And if I can help you take that next step to fulfill your dream or your whatever it is, I'm okay with that because
Mhm. Mhm.
it's the blessings that I'm after. And we spoke about this. I'm after the blessings from God. For me opening a door for you, five, he opens five more for me so I can open up doors for five more, 10 more people, you know.
Yes,
And,
yes,
and,
absolutely.
and in return,
Mhm.
I get people like yourself that offer me to be in your
Mhm.
movie,
Mhm.
to connect with Mr. Tyler. You see, so now that's two doors that just open for me.
Oh,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? And and
Uh-huh.
and, and
Uh-huh.
those are blessings, and that's what I'm talking about. You
And you
know,
better be careful with me because I love nothing more than to surprise people.
oh, sound like LL. All no other rapper can rap quite like I can. But
You better get your tuxedo ready.
hey, yeah.
No, you listen. You don't. You come as you are. You never know what I'm going to invite you to, or who I'm going
Yes.
to connect you with.
Well, you know what? Since you say that, I'm gonna make sure I have a couple different outfits in my trunk. I have a suit. I have a sweatsuit. I have
See?
my regular clothes and whatever my pajamas, just in case you want me to be I don't know, a dwarf or something. Play a dwarf.
Perfect. 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 And the best part of all, for me, you don't have to audition a thing.
Oh, that's awesome. You see, I like you. Just tell me
But I'm
what you
not
need
going
me
to
to
give
do.
you 100 pages to memorize either.
Oh, please don't even remind me about that one because I just got a headache when you said that.
Oh, oh no, I mean in general, you know what actors go, I'm sorry, but I'm just bringing that up because in general,
Yeah,
actors, whether they're doing a TV series or a film, sometimes they have quite a few pages to memorize, you know.
listen, I got
You
too
don't have
many.
to ever worry about that with us.
Okay, good. As long as you give me pieces by pieces, I can get it done. But you,
Listen, we'll make it work for you. Don't worry. And Tony's got some wonderful projects coming up.
I would
And
love to work. I would love to work with you and Tony and Lisa Lee. You know,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
I'll work with anybody. Anybody that wants me to work with them, I work because that's what we're here for, to work. And if I can make your project better for my appearance, then why not?
Right. And no one, if they're not involved in our industry, they don't have a clue how 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 difficult this industry can be, right?
Tell me about it.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, the poor, like myself, some actors wait for years, and some poor souls never even get a break or an opportunity. So that's why I'm telling you, you are so valuable
Thank
to
you.
to us, Vic, to what you're doing for all your guests.
Thank
Whether they're ordinary people like myself, or big A-list actors out in Hollywood. It's
right,
wonderful, wonderful.
right. And
And my act of kindness is definitely gonna be getting you to meet the beautiful Linda Carter. Don't you worry.
oh, Linda,
It
I'm coming, Linda.
it
Ooh.
yeah, I know how it is when you love people or you admire them for
Yes,
years,
I
you
admire
know?
her. I admire her work.
Mhm.
Her as I think I've seen her one time. I was young in an interview, and I I just stared at her, and I don't even know if my mouth was drooling, if it was open, if it was closed. I just stared
Mhm.
at her and stared at her,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
because she is so pure, you can
Yeah.
see she
Yeah.
has a great soul, and
Yes.
I got
Yes.
the gift to see through people, and
Uh-huh.
she is a man. She's very special. Besides her being an actress, uh,
Uh-huh.
her personality, herself, she's a great soul.
Yes, she
And
is. And,
and
and and you know, I saw that instantly with her, like you were
yes,
asking me, how was she, Charlotte? I have to tell you honestly, she was sweet and graceful, and she didn't even have to talk to me. You know, she knew I
mhm,
was only an extra
mhm,
in her film that day,
right.
and next thing I know, she's asking to get a picture with me. So it was
That's
so
amazing.
wonderful.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
So
and another wonderful person I'm going to send you uh, is is a friend, very special friend of mine. I don't know how much time we have, but my beautiful i- worldwide international singer, Amy
Amy,
Barbera.
okay, Amy, I would love to have her
Oh,
on the show. I believe I have her on my. I don't know if a friend requested yet, but I know you sent
okay,
me some stuff about her. So I'll let you talk to her first
okay,
and see if she's
okay.
okay with it. And then if she's
Hmm.
okay with it, you can send her to me and we'll bring her on the show and we'll talk to her. Maybe
Wonderful.
probably bring both of you on the show. That way we can have you and her on the show together.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Mhm.
That'd be wonderful.
Right.
And
So is there anything else you want to tell the viewers about yourself?
oh, about myself. Um,
Or what you're doing, you know,
well, like I said, you can just go on. Well, our website
website. Yeah, give us your website.
is called Timeless Dreams Productions, and I would just say that just be patient, and I hope that you all come and see our film that is called Soldier's Secret, and I just this is basically what I'm doing now until we can, get that resolved. And I just want to mainly tell people that never give up, never give up, no matter how many roadblocks you have to go through, and you know, just things will happen one way or another. Things will happen.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, and I really, really want to say to people, to our friends out there, try to stay close to God, because
Amen.
okay, and I'm not ashamed, or I will never hold back from saying it, because He's the only one that can make the impossible dream happen for us, and bring and connect us with the most wonderful people, like you are, Vic, like you're doing for me.
That's right.
Well,
Without
and
God, we're nowhere.
right, exactly.
We lost souls,
Yes,
and I can say that firsthand because I was a lost soul for many
uh-huh,
years. For many
mhm,
years, stuck in darkness. To
uh-huh.
to I let Him in, and I opened my heart, and I gave my soul to God.
Oh,
And
that's wonderful.
and this is why I'm here today as a changed
Mhm,
man, a different man,
mhm,
and I have no hate in my heart, no
mhm,
hate. I'm not no selfishness in my heart. I'm my heart is
mhm,
pure right now,
mhm.
and
Yes,
I want to keep it pure because keeping it pure brings me great energy from
right.
good people and keeping it pure uh um will help others see that there is a change that people could change, you know.
Mhm.
I'm a true survivor of that,
Oh, that's beautiful. And I sense that with you too, that life is so short, friends. Don't waste your time with negativity, or make every day count. Work on your passion, do your writing, try to connect and network with people, and even if you think you can't find anybody in the world, keep praying about it, because it will happen. It will.
Right. Yes, you're right, 100%. And you're never alone, no matter what. Because whenever you feel alone,
Mm-hmm.
think about
Hmm.
God. God is always with you, no matter what. So
Yes.
you're never alone, even when you think you're alone. Mike Wagner, how you doing? Um, you know, you're never alone because God is always with us. That's who guide us,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
walks us through those doors that we go through every day, even though we don't see sometimes. Because we don't see something doesn't mean it's not there.
Exactly.
And
And,
and
and and another thing, we don't even realize, like, look, on my behalf, it's proof. I mean, God is planning, is always planning for us. And
always
little did I know, here I am trying to be the best hairdresser, running my shop, and trying to, get a great
clients,
clientele. And little did I know, God was preparing me, for the film industry years later.
right?
And now I'm a producer. I mean, you see, this is I'm living proof, friends, that wonderful things can happen.
And
And
yes,
and uh, another thing that was always said to me, you know, try to be try to socialize and hang out. I'm sorry, with keep in the company of good, successful, sincere people,
right.
you know, and you know,
You
and
know
just uh-huh.
what people got to understand is that when we were in the womb, our future was already written.
Yes. Yes.
So the stuff we go through in our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bumps that we go through in life is for us to learn from them.
Absolutely.
But our destination, it's already written. We just don't know
Mm-hmm.
what it is because
Mm-hmm.
we just we just don't know. But our future is written already, and you just gotta find your path, right?
Right.
You gotta
Right.
find the path to where you're supposed to be going through. And that's why we get a lot of bumps in our way because we think we're going here, we think we want there, we want to go here, but that's not the path that God has chosen for us.
Right.
So
Exactly.
not until we fall in the right lane, we're not going to see that path that God has gotten for us.
Right. Right.
So
And let me tell you this too. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
mhm,
sometimes, as bad as we want things, let me tell you, God will stop us in our tracks if
that's
He
right.
doesn't want it for you.
That's right.
And you could be as disappointed as you want, but you know it's wonderful that He does that for us, because you could fall into a trap in this industry
That's
that
right.
that you really don't need, and could cause you years of you know of aggravation or problems.
Right. Yes. And it's not when you want it. It's when he feels you're ready.
Right,
When he
right,
feels you're ready to get blessed, that's when you will get blessed. So it could take you 3, 4 years before he blesses you. You know,
yes,
and
yes,
and you got to learn how to be patient and wait your turn.
yes.
I've learned that in my life, how to be patient and wait
Well,
and wait my
it's so
turn.
it's so true. And I know more than anyone, I was on top of the world with my film work when I received the phone call that the doctors told me I had cancer.
Mm,
I thought it was my family calling to see how, my film work went out in LA. Um, and my life changed in 5 minutes. And I said, "Oh boy," I said, "I guess I'm not going to be working in film for quite a while, and so it goes to show you, if you just stay close to him and keep your faith,
Mhm.
things will happen.
That's right, and it's so true. I met
Even when you just
yes, yes,
uh-huh.
yes. I met this amazing woman that's on right now, Catherine Corbin Pacino, the wife.
Sure. I know Catherine through
So
Jennifer.
yes, so Catherine
Mhm.
is an amazing woman. I met her. When I met her, I felt like I known her for years.
Oh, she's a
She
sweetheart.
is, and
Yeah.
her husband Bill.
Oh, yeah,
Bill reminds me of John Wayne.
yeah. Well, he reminds me of
Kiss from the
Robert Richmond.
Yes,
Robert.
great people. Mike
Yeah.
Wagner, another amazing guy. He has a talk show.
Uh huh.
Great guy. Um,
Uh
I love what I love about Mike, and it's funny because I had him on my show not recently. I
huh.
interviewed him, and when you used to doing something for so long,
Hmm.
you kind of like become that. So
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
came on my show, and I'm interviewing him, and he falls right into character, like he's running
Yeah.
his show. He's like, "Yeah, well," and and he's
and
talking
I
to me.
and I
He's
never
talking to
saw.
the yeah. He's
Yeah.
talking to me on the show like he's doing his podcast, and
Oh,
and
that's cute.
it was so cool.
I
It was
love
so
it.
yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I love this guy, and
Oh, hi, Kat. Hi, Kat. So nice to see
Cat
you
is
on
amazing.
here.
Cat is amazing. So I met Cat in LA. Look,
Oh, you did? And I never saw or met a couple that enjoy life as much as they do. Every time I see them, they're whining and dining. They make me so hungry.
yeah. Well,
And
yeah.
just loving life, and look what they have accomplished. I mean,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
They're so amazing. And Catherine, they have they travel from LA to Las Vegas, and
Uh-huh.
and she offered me to come by whenever I'm in Las Vegas to come by and visit them, and
Oh, that's
that means so much to me because for a
yeah,
person that just meets you and feel that comfortable to want you to come by their privacy, because I call it privacy. Your home is your privacy, right? And it's your
right,
kingdom. And
right.
and for someone to ask you to come by their house and offer you their home, that's big.
It
That
is.
means so much to me. And I
Sure.
just want to thank Catherine for inviting me to LA to her home, or if I'm in Las Vegas to come and see her and Bill. Um,
Oh,
I really appreciate you guys.
oh,
You
that's
know,
beautiful.
so
That,
Mike
that's
Wagner says,
that's
"Love
going
it."
to be some fun gathering. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I can listen with Jennifer. Jennifer is working. You and I spoke. She's working on another movie called something Lady, the Gray
Uh-huh.
Lady.
Mhm.
And the first thing I asked her was, "Is Catherine and Bill coming?"
Oh,
You can ask the first thing I asked her. I said, "Is Catherine and Bill coming?" She's like,
uh-huh.
"Oh, they're not mine." I said, "I would love to see them again."
Yeah.
Just to see Jennifer, Catherine, Bill, myself,
Hmm.
Mike, Mike Lee, and Steve Alexander, and the team all together in one location is gonna be bananas.
Oh, it's going to be the dream team. I'll tell you.
Yes.
It's going to be crazy. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
But that's
yeah.
what it is. But I want to listen. You want to send any shout outs to anyone before we log out?
Well, there's so many people, but
Hey.
I just want to shout out to Linda Lee, who has given me the greatest opportunity of my lifetime. Jennifer,
Mhm.
and my family for supporting me and loving me as they have, and you know, uh, all of you out there that have stood by me and you know. uh, supported me through this journey.
Wow. I would love for you to go on the Mike Wagner show as well.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
I would like for you to be on the show. He's on here now, and I think you'd be a great guest on his show. You know, his show is a little different from mine's because he's animated. He when he gets into it, boy, it sounds like a radio. You know,
oh,
welcome
okay.
to the Mike
Uh-huh.
Wagner Show. I got cows, I got dogs, I got things for sale, I got health care. This is the Mike Wagner Show. I have books, I got this, I have that. You'd be like, is this guy really talking, or is it just a radio? And
Oh my
is
goodness.
he just
I might
mimicking,
talk too slow for him.
or is he just going?
Oh,
And the radio's talking. He just that's how
oh,
good he is. He's so good like that
oh,
you feel like, is
oh,
this guy really talking right now, or is it just the radio? But
really?
yeah,
Where is he located?
I believe he's located in Los Angeles. I'm not sure. Mike,
Okay,
If you're
okay,
on here still, you can tell us where you're from exactly. I think he's from Los Angeles or
okay. Oh, he's on now?
yeah, he's
Oh, hi, Mike.
yeah. Yeah, he was laughing because I made a joke out of him earlier.
Yeah.
But he's amazing. So I would love for you to go on the show, man. He's great. So he got two types. He can either do radio, like you wanted to do earlier through the phone,
Uh-huh. I don't
or
know. I might be too relaxed for him. I might I don't know about us two. He, he might say, Charlotte, are you sleeping?
yeah, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what you're getting me into.
No, it's true for real. But
Sure.
so if you would like to go on the show, I can make that happen. I can reach out to him and
Uh-huh.
go,
Uh,
tell him who you are and go on his show as well.
oh, sure. Okay.
Okay, so I want to thank you for coming on the show, Charlotte. You're amazing. We always she listen. This is just an interview. This woman calls me offline like almost all the time, and she is like off the hook. Okay, you guys don't know her like I know her,
Oh,
but she's great. So thank you for coming on the show. We'll bring you back on the show in a couple months just to see how the movie's going, and
yes.
and
I
March
guess I'll
5th.
see you March 5th, right?
March 5th, we got some announcements to make, and
Yeah.
you'll be there with some other amazing women
Mhm.
as well on March 5th.
Mhm. Wonderful, wonderful.
So
That's gonna be very, very, very wonderful.
yes,
And I just wanna thank you again.
you're
It's
welcome.
been listen, I was only nervous because not about what I wanted to share with you. Most of all, well, I shouldn't even mention this.
Go ahead, say what you
I was
say.
worried about the setup because I don't have a studio where, you know, I'm just sitting here relaxed on my couch, so you have to forgive me, but I think we did great. I think we did great.
Hey, you did phenomenal. You did great.
And thank you for making me feel so comfortable and
You're
relaxed.
welcome. That's what we do here at the Don Big Show.
You sure do. You sure do. And
Yeah. Yeah. So
and and
yeah,
thank you to your friends out there.
yeah.
You know, I don't know
The
who's out
viewers,
there,
yeah.
but
There's a lot of you, yeah, some viewers out here watching.
oh,
Um,
oh,
so you
thank
know,
you.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, for showing love, supporting the Don Big Show, supporting my friend here, Charlotte. And remember to share, because sharing is caring. And let's all pray for the Ukraine. Let's pray for this war to stop. For Russia to step back, and and let's live, man. Let's live. Um,
Yes, yeah,
let's live and let live. And I just hope that it stays where it's at and it ends. We don't need other countries getting involved and things getting out of hand, and then we really have a problem in our hands.
I know, I know.
So so
That's
yeah. So I just want to thank you, Charlotte, and
Oh,
I
thank you again. It was so enjoyable and such an honor to have the opportunity. And I'm still, can you believe can you believe the day? And I almost canceled with you that it's Joanne's birthday today.
Yes, it is. God works in
I
mysterious
have to
ways.
bring that back to you because who would believe it but me and you?
That's right. God works in mysterious way. That this is today's her day.
And I almost didn't come on. We couldn't even get the sound connected.
That's right. But
So
we did. We
talk
worked
about
it.
another.
That's right. That's right.
we
So so thank you for coming aboard, and I'll talk to you soon.
okay.
And stay beautiful, stay blessed, keep working,
Oh,
and
thank you.
and I'll see you soon. Okay.
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 Thank
So
you. Thank you so much, Vic.
you're welcome. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Nah. Yes, yes, everyone. That was Charlotte Haug on the show. Amazing woman, actress, producer. Um, you know, has worked with Linda Carter, been around Danny Glover, um, Parker Posey, and Ron Littman. Um, people, when you work hard enough and you pursue your dream, anything is possible. Anything in life is possible. You just got to want it and go get it. And, you're always going to, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Lilina. And, guys, don't let anything stand in your way. Proceed your dream. No matter what you have to do, do it. Don't let nobody tell you different. You're always going to have people that's going to talk about you, that's going to say certain things because they're not doing what you're doing and they see you moving up and making moves. And if you're making those type of major moves and powerful moves, if people ain't talking about you, then you're not doing nothing right. You feel me? When you're doing something good, people talk about you. So keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding. Remember God first, always in family, and stay safe and focused, man. Stay safe and focused. And remember, anyone that wants to come on the Don Big Show with co-host IG, all you have to do is text us, let us know, and we'll reach you on the show. Another thing, I don't take friend requests from anyone that's not recommended to me. I don't do that anymore. So for anyone to come on my page, to be on my page, has to be recommended from someone I know. Other than that, I don't. If your friend requests me and I don't know you, 100% of the time, I'm not going to accept it because I don't know who you are. And that's just the way I'm doing it now. I just don't accept people, regardless of what your background is. If I don't know you, I don't accept you. You have to be recommended. And with that being said, big shout out to all my viewers that are logged in, Mr. Wagner, Lalina, Catherine, Mark Lee, Isaiah Garcia, Matt, Marone. Actually, I'm gonna be on Matt Marone's show on March 2nd. So make sure you tune in at 7 p.m. That's a Wednesday. I'll be on his podcast show. So make sure you tune in. Big shout out to all the paranormal teams around the world. Big shout out to Africa. Big shout out to my boy Izzy Leon from Cameroon, Kumba, Cameroon, Africa. Big shout out to Africa. Big shout out to Nigeria. All Nigeria, all over, all the towns in Nigeria. Big shout out to all of you in Nigeria in Africa. Big shout out to Africa and everyone else around the world that follow me. New Zealand, Australia, the UK, London, man, you name it. Colombia, Salvador, Germany, Australia, who else? Israel, um, man, all these countries that came on my show showing me love and support, man, I really appreciate you guys. Big shout out to all these countries. Cape Verde, the Cape Verde Islands, Jamaica, um, and then all the states, Florida, uh, Maryland, Missouri, Arkansas, man, all the states, man. It's a lot of people from different states that have been on my show, all the rappers and stuff. So big shout out to the rappers, everybody. Big shout out to everybody. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Tune in next week. I got some great hosts coming on. And I want to send a big shout out to Believe in Your Dream and Fly. I want to thank Jennifer Dawn for giving me this amazing award for Best Film Fest host. I want to thank her so much for this, and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it on here in my studio somewhere. I'm gonna get somewhere to put it, like a nice box to put it in, along with my reel. And I just want to say that anything in life is possible, people. This is my award winning, and I just want to tell you that if you believe in your dream, you can fly. I believed in my dream. I kept moving it, and this is why I got this award. Um, and many more to come. I'm willing to work with people to work with me. I'm working on a film with amazing team. Enlightened Soul, Paranormal, Steve Alexander. Jennifer Dawn. Big shout out to them, and thank you so much for this award. I appreciate it. It means so much to me and my team. So thank y'all for watching. It's your boy Don Big from the Don Big Show. Big shout out to my co-host IG. Big shout out to Charlotte Hogs and everybody else that came in. Peace, love, respect, y'all. I'm out.